Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Magda. You look very dolled up.
Glamorous, I know.
Thank you.
You made the heifer.
Yes.
Somebody did not make the heifer today, and we shall not mention names.
Okay.
Just gonna pretend like I am, okay? It's been one of those days.
No, we mean you together, don't worry. I better sit up if this is going to be like live, shouldn't I?
The sun is actually doing you really, really well.
And I told my spot.
No, I wish I had the sun. That sun is really, really good.
It'll go down in about half an hour. It's just really good in this room, so I thought I'd sit here. Otherwise, it'll be really dark wherever I sit.
Okay, all right. Okay, we have more people joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. All right, well, we have people joining us. For anyone who's joining us for the first time, like we said, this is something, that we do every 2 weeks. I believe it's been every 2 weeks. This is the fourth edition of the workshop, and it's been tagged Mental Resilience. And the purpose of putting this workshop together is, as we all know, with the pandemic in the last year, it's been really, really hard for so many people. But I feel like in the way people usually interact, which is to go out and meet people, go to events and things like that, I think for a while that kind of stopped. So thank God for things like Zoom, where you can literally have all this virtual meeting and we can see each other as if we're live. I mean, we cannot touch each other, but we can see each other. So the purpose of this, that Irene is set up is basically just to basically say, you know what, a lot of us have had it really, really tough in the last year, but there's so many other things that we can do while we're still at home that we can just, to help each other, to just say, oh, sorry, what's going on? Irene, something's going on with the thing. It keeps taking me out of the leave meeting. Sorry. Okay, all right, it's back to normal. So it's just to say, these are some of the things that you can do to help your mental health. As we all know, mental health is a very, very big thing. Surely in our community, I feel like a lot more people are coming out and they're speaking now. I've had struggled with this, with that depression, anxiety, any form of mental health at all, whatever it is that you're feeling. So now that we are home, is even much more exaggerated and we can feel the impact a lot more. So the reason why we created this is basically to say these are the things that you can do. I mean, we have a lot of things that we've done so far. We did sewing. You can be in your house and you can sew, even if it's just for 1 hour, 2 hours, just to take that time away for yourself, to make you just relax. Think about other things other than what is going on in the world. And today we have an amazing speaker who is going to be talking to us about social media. As we all know, social media is also a very, very big part of our daily lives. I feel like a lot of us these days live on social media because we cannot physically, go out to see people. So a lot of us interact and, communicate via social media, but not everything that we take on social media is good for her. So she's going to be talking us through what are the things you can do on social media to improve your mental health, how you can use social media to your advantage. There's some things as well that you can try to avoid. Just because you see information doesn't mean you have to take it in. So all of these things is what the amazing facilitator Antonia is going to be talking to us through, and I personally cannot wait to learn all of this, because a big part of my job is social media, but I feel like we can never learn enough. So, and I'm sure every one of us on this platform use social media, and I feel like we'll be able to benefit from today and be able to benefit from what she would be sharing based off of how we can go about using social media to our advantage, but most importantly, making sure you're consuming the right amount of information and you're leaving the things that does not benefit you and that doesn't work for you mentally. So that is what we'll be looking forward to today. I believe Antonia summarized most of that, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I feel like I've taken your job. I was just about to start saying,
yeah, you've done a bit.
I literally was about to say, so this is what you do when you're in social media. I was like, wait, you were not the facilitator. So I had to hold my mouth together. Okay. So we are still welcoming people. Now I can see we have about 16 people right now on the platform. And as usual, I like to say this is for me, this is a family thing. As much as this is an event, I always say the most important thing, and the reason why I feel people keep coming back every week is because we're a family. So we don't do this like, you know, you're coming in and then you're, yes, you are all guests, but to us, this is a family, this is a community. So we like to welcome everybody by their names. We like to introduce everybody by their name. So at this point, I will say everybody, you can unmute yourself. If you want to say hello, I'm just going to introduce everybody very quickly. We have one of our sponsors from, I believe we are going to get a proper introduction later. Irene will be doing a proper introduction, but we have one of our sponsors in the house. Let me not give it away, so I want to surprise everyone. We have Rabia in the building. Thank you very much for joining us. We have an amazing facilitator. She's going to be talking to us, and you know, I know she has amazing things to share. So I would really encourage everyone to hear what she's got to say and listen and actually take notes as well. It's very important for you to take notes. Please welcome Antonia. We have Antonia Busy Adeboade. Thank you very much. We have our CEO, Irene, on here as well. We have one of our team members, our project manager, Esther, on the platform. Thank you for joining us. We have Maureen, one of our team members as well. Thank you for joining us, Maureen. We have Christiana. Thank you, Christiana, for joining us. I can see the skylights. Oh, okay. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Margaret. Margaret is one of our 2021, that sounds like a mouthful. 2021 contestant for Ebony Ambassadors beauty pageant. And for those of us who don't know much about that, this is also another organization, or let me say another body under Ebony Ambassador, and I will be talking to us a little bit later on. For anyone who don't have any knowledge of that, the pageant is coming up this year. I believe is in July. I do not remember the date, but I will be talking about that a little bit later on. So she is one of our contestants. I believe we have other ones that are going to be joining us as well. So thank you, Margaret, for joining us. I have Dorothy. Hi, Dorothy. Thank you for joining us. We have Julius. Thank you for joining us. We have Chima as well. Chima is also one of our contestants. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Chima. We have another Margaret. I believe that's our second Margaret, also one of our contestants. Thank you for joining us. And we have Angel King. Thank you for joining us. We have Kezi. Thank you for joining us. We have Bokanyo. Thank you for joining us. We have Ose. Thank you for joining us. Voice of Hope. Thank you for joining us. I'm just reading your name according to what is coming up on the screen. So in case I'm not saying your real name, I'm just going by the name on the screen, so apologies for that. We have Abby, thank you for joining us. We have Jenny, thank you for joining us. Wow, it's getting a full house now. So that's really good. Okay, so it's 7:12, and I believe we are going to go straight into it. For anyone that's going to join us later on in the show, we would also be, you know, reintroducing and just talking about where we are at that stage of the show. So I would like to officially welcome you to another edition of our Mental Resilience Workshop. And today has been tagged social media and emotional balance. So we have an amazing facilitator, like I said, that is going to be taking us through that topic. This workshop is the fourth one in this series so far. I think we have 14, Irene, just correct me, right? So this is the fourth one. That means we've got 8 to go. So far it's been amazing. We've had a lot of great review. We've had a lot of great learning. We've learned so many things on this platform, but most importantly is about the friendship, the community, the safe place that you feel just coming here every Friday and just knowing that you're amongst people who share the same, you know, vision or the same, you know, thing with you. So it's really amazing to have everyone here. So thank you for joining us. Before we go into anything, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Goldiva Ola. I am a TV presenter and event host, and I will be your host for tonight, if that wasn't already clear. So I just thought I'd put that out there, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing, amazing evening. Usually, like I said, I like to do this really laid back. Everybody is family, you know, not too formal, but at the same time, get the point across. So before we go any further, I would like to introduce our CEO, the woman who's put all of this together, without her, obviously, we wouldn't be here. You know, she's the brain and the beauty behind this. And she goes by the name of Irene Aribo Annie, and she is the CEO of Ebony Ambassadors. Please welcome Irene.
Hello, everyone. Sorry. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. First of all, Godiva has actually said who I am, but it's still nice for me to say it myself. I'm the CEO and founder of Miss Ebony Ambassador UK, and we are a community interest company with the interest of empowering people through skills acquisition. So today's event is a mental resilience workshop, and we'll be taking a topic on social media. We've got a wonderful speaker today who will do justice to that topic. But before I do that, I want to explain how far we've come. We have 14 sessions and we've done 4 so far. The first one, we talked about how you could improve your mental well-being by getting a skill. We've talked about how socializing with others could help. We've done several things in the past, and I know that people that have attended that sessions have gained a lot. What we're doing today is actually sponsored by 3 different organizations: the Near Neighborhood, the Big Lottery Fund, and the ABC Small Grants. These funders has made this event possible, where we were able to buy things that was sent out for us to do some of our practicals, which I know we all learned new things during that sessions. Today, as I said, we'll be going through how you could use social media, how social media can benefit you. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to this platform. And I said this event is hereby open. So over to you, Goldie.
Okay, I am back on. All right, I believe you would wanted to introduce Rabia from Near Neighborhood, or we coming back to that later on?
Should I just do that now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Introduce her, or you could take over. Back to you.
Okay, thank you. We've got one of our founder, I would say, representative in the platform, and she's Rabia Lafti from Near Neighborhood. I want her to either give us anything she wants to say regarding her presence being here today. So over to you, Rabia. You're welcome, and over to you.
Thank you, Irene. Good evening, everybody. I'm Rabia. I'm the Birmingham coordinator of a funding organisation called Near Neighbours. I'll drop my email in the chat box if anybody wants to pick that up. And Near Neighbours has been running for 10 years. And I'll very quickly say what we're usually about and then how we've ended up supporting this programme. So ordinarily, Near Neighbours seed funds grassroots activity, which is usually focused on improving something in the community between neighbours. So projects are often focused on intercultural engagement or interfaith engagement. So, anything from faith groups, community groups, youth groups, women's groups, all these different types of community groups apply for our funding. And usually we fund up to 5,000 per project, and they run from anything between 3 to 6 months. But Irene got in touch with me because we were granted in December some additional funding from central government, which was part of our COVID relief funding. And this funding didn't require projects to work with another partner and bring neighbours together. The purpose of this funding was to enable groups like Irene's to be able to provide support to their communities during lockdown and restrictive living. So these sorts of projects like mental health resilience and allotment projects, gardening projects, these sorts of projects have been very, very popular and engaging the community online. So I often come along to one session to support you, to listen in, and hopefully this is the beginning of a new relationship with Irene. And then through that, I get to know the wider network through her and hopefully connect you to our central network too. So do see what we're all about online. I'll drop my email and our website into the chat box, and I look forward to listening to and joining in with the discussion today. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Rabia. I think that was a very amazing introduction. Like she said, if anyone at all, you have your own projects and you want them to If that sponsor you want to know more about Near Neighborhood, she's going to leave her email in the comment section. And like I always said, this is an interactive event. Like, I don't want you to just stay on here between 7 to 8:30 and not interact. So the comment section is usually where we interact. So right now, I would like everyone to go on there, either introduce yourself, tell us how your day has been, or tell us what you've done today, just anything at all, to just, let me know that you are here and you're interacting and you're active. If you're not active, I'm going to be going through the comment section. I'm going to call your name out. So everybody go in the comment section and go and do something in the comment section. Anything at all, surprise me. Okay, so before we go any further, as we all know, I always say, we need to kind of like let loose before we get into the main program. And the way we do that is by playing games. I know you guys look forward to that every week, because we have amazing prizes that you guys do win whenever we do this program.
I just wanna fuck a dude. His cum so sticky like glue.
Okay.
On his dick, he got a bit of poo, but I try to play it cool. Daddy, I got doodles, I got lube.
Okay, wow, that was a very good. Yeah, I wish we were allowed to play music. That would have been perfect for a break, but yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna get to the games. Are we all ready? This is where I need you all to unmute yourself, and I want to hear some interactive going on. Are we all ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's not good enough. You
We
guys.
were
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me just welcome, for those people who have just joined us. We have about 10 more people that just joined us since we started the program. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna try and call your name one at a time, but right now I'm just welcoming you. You haven't missed much. We just had so far our CEO just talk us through what we've done so far with this project, and we also have an amazing lady, Rabiha. She is one of the representatives from one of our sponsors, Near Neighbor, and she is right there right now, just waving her hands. Yeah, she's left her details in the comment section. So if you want to get in touch with her, please do go in the comment section and get in touch with her. I can see the comment section right now, very interactive. That's what I like to see. Thank you, everyone. Keep introducing yourself. Keep telling us what you've done today, what you've had today, how your day's been so far. Are you enjoying the sun? That's what we want to hear. Okay, now we're gonna get to the games, and the first game I would like to play is, do we know what this means? Get your fingers ready. Money. Yeah, fastest fingers. So fastest fingers.
Goldie, excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me, please. I want to unmute everybody, then you unmute yourself, or I'll unmute you, please.
You want to mute or unmute everyone?
So I want to mute everyone.
Okay.
And unmute you.
Okay, great. That's fine. Okay. All right, great. Okay. Okay, so here we go. All right, so
we can hear you.
You're muted.
Oh,
we can hear you.
Okay, I'm back. Muted. Am I back on?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Hey. Who is that? That person is giving me so much life. That is the energy that I need. Who is that? Okay, so fastest fingers, I need your fingers on your keypad, on your whatever it is that you're using right now. Because when I say the questions, the first person to put the answer is our first winner. So you have to be ready. This is game time, all right? Okay. So because of what we're doing today, what are we talking about today? We're talking about social media and the balance. So it's only fair that we play a game that is around that same line. So I need you to give me 8 social media platform. The fastest person to type 8 social media platform. Let's go in the comment section. No, you have to type it together. If you're doing one at a time, someone is going to steal your answer. You have to put it all together and then send. If you do it one at a time, someone's going to steal your answer. So let's go. 8 social media platform. I mean, it doesn't have to be the most popular ones, as long as it's a social media platform, you know, that people use, that people recognize. It could be business, it could be social, anything at all that is a social media platform. So I need 8. The first person to give me 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got 8 from Esther. But Esther, Google is not a social media. I'm not going to accept.
Chilling
Google
on the
as a social
weekend like
media.
usual. Watching SpongeBob and Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Who
She
is
put
that
wires to my
person?
PlayStation. She doing too much. I didn't wipe my
I
butt.
think that's
just scooped it
Jessica.
right up. She got the cutest dog.
Is that Jessica? Okay, all right. All right. The first person to give me 8, Esther, like I said, is Esther, but I am not going to accept Google. Google is not a social media. Google is actually, am I right? Somebody, if I'm wrong, please let me know. You're muted. Irene, you're muted.
No Google.
Okay, so Google is not a social media. Google is
I've replaced
is
it with
internet.
TikTok, Snapchat,
No Google.
Telegram.
You replaced it, but before you replaced
No
it, there's been
Google.
somebody else. Sorry. So
Okay,
I
no
think the
problem, no
first
problem.
8 is okay. I have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
I love
Snapchat,
you.
YouTube, WhatsApp. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chima, you've got 7. I'm sorry, I can't accept that. The next person, Margaret, we've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Kik, TikTok, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Telegram. That is correct, but Margaret, I believe Kicked ended 2018. We stopped using Kicked. So I think that is not accepted. Am I right? Is anyone else still using Kick? I believe it got shut down in 2018. So Kick is not accepted. I'm sorry. Okay, I have Kezi, Instagram, Facebook, FaceTime, WhatsApp, Telegram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat. That is all good, but I don't think FaceTime is social media. So I'm not going to accept that. Okay, keep coming with your answers. If you're still thinking about it, you can steal from other people. Okay, Auntie Vicky, we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
FaceTime is
WhatsApp. FaceTime is not social media. It's not classified as social media because it's under an app that is already an Apple. So I don't think it's a social media. I wouldn't take that as social media, no. Okay, so we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Skype, TikTok. I think we have our first winner. Just to confirm, is WhatsApp social media?
yes,
It
it is.
is. Okay, I think our first winner is Vic. But funny enough, I'm actually surprised because Auntie Vicky is an auntie. So all these young people, I'm surprised that an auntie beat you to it. How did she get the answer? All these young people, where? She got the answer. So our winner today, based off of the right answer and the correct 8, is Victoria, and she's got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Skype, Telegram, Snapchat, and TikTok. Telegram is social media, right? I know it's an app, but I'm not sure if it's a social media.
Social media. It's social media.
It's social media. Okay, great. All right, so our first winner is Victoria. Okay, let's just note that down. That is our first winner. Thank you very much, everyone who participated. Everyone, you did really well. It's amazing, but I'm sorry, like I said, we have to give it to the right, 8th. Okay, our second game before we move on very quickly is I need you to grab me. This one, I'm gonna need you to do a running around. So everybody be ready to jump off your seats. I need you to grab me 2 items. And today I'm gonna make it a little bit hard. So I'm gonna give you 2 different items from 2 different rooms. So I need you to grab me a toothpaste and a pillow. The first person to grab me a toothpaste and a pillow at the same time. A toothpaste and a pillow. I can see people running. Okay. Oh, wow, Margaret. How did you get that so quickly?
I hate you.
Okay, I saw Margaret first. I saw Margaret first. I think people are beginning to know what's up. So you guys are hiding these things next to you. I think that's what they're doing. You know what? Next time I'll have you to go and bring me a dog.
Can you see Rabia showing you her toothpaste and pillow?
I know. I think they're starting to put these things next to them. Next time I'm gonna make you guys run outside on the road and go and bring me sand or something like that. Okay, so we have our second winner, Margaret. Well done. She was the first one I saw. A pillow and a toothpaste. As usual, we are going to be announcing our winner and the prizes of the program. So you know what that means? You have have to stay to the end. If you leave before the end, you forfeit your prizes, and we're going to have to give it to somebody else. So congratulations to our winner. Okay, and now we are going to move swiftly on. And I personally am excited about this. I have my pen, I have my paper ready, because I believe this is something I definitely can learn from. And I believe every one of us on this platform is something we can learn from, because we all use this. So I am going to introduce our facilitator for this evening. She is an amazing woman who has done so much in the community. And I feel like just having her on this platform today, we are very privileged and we're very honored. So thank you, for joining us. And she is a mentor and a founder of Women to Women Mentoring, which is our own organization that she started. And today she'll be talking to us about social media and the emotional balance of using social media. Please, let's welcome to the platform our facilitator, Antonia Biti Adebowale.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, Irene, please take notes. There's a noise coming from Margaret, and I think it's a bit disruptive. So if you want to, I don't know if you can actually.
I'm just checking. I think everyone is muted now.
It's a very unusual noise. Yeah.
Okay. I think everyone is muted now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The other Margarets. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or you can just actually yeah. Thank you. Okay. So hello, everyone. Good evening to you. My name is Antonia Adebowale. I'm glad to be here with you all today. Hello, Goldie. Well done, well done. You're doing great. You're doing great. And Irene, CEO, Ebony Ambassadors, well done for a great job. And Rabia, thank you so much for supporting this cause. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yeah. So yes, today we're going to be today we're going to be talking about social media and emotional balance, because our mental resilience, how we sort of mentally cope with the things around us. It's very, very important. And social media plays a lot of parts in how, with our emotions and our mental health. To be honest, a lot of things have happened on social media and has caused a lot of people to sort of have depression, in fact, commit suicide, bullying, a lot of awful things, different things have happened on social media, and great things have happened on social media as well. Lives have changed, lives have been impacted through social media, technology, innovation, and things like that. So for some people, they think social media is a bad thing, but it's a balance. In every world, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So for me, for the past, I think over 12 years, I have been on social media for over 12 years. So I can remember that my first social media was Facebook. And that was in 2007 or something like that. I'm not sure exactly when I got on Facebook, but that was my first social media platform that I can remember. And to be honest, I've not really have too much. I'm very active on social media, but I've not really had any sort of drama that would really impact my life negatively. For me, it has always been positive, because I believe in creating a positive space around me, and also being in a positive space. So social media is like a world, it's like a village, it's like a country. So it's a place, and you can decide where you want to be in that place. It's just like you can decide where you want to live. So you're living in the United Kingdom, but it's your choice to decide to live in Northampton, or to decide to live in Milton Keynes or London. If you do not like city life, then you sort of go into the country place and things like that. So you decide where you want to be and who you want to interact with on social media. So let me just give you a little bit of understanding of what social media means, because I think being on social media and making it that positive place, you also need to understand the meaning of social media. You have to understand the purpose of it before you can actually know how to use it properly to your own advantage, right? So social media is a form of sort of interactive technology, right? So an interaction is very important for humans. We need it for our survival. And that is what has really helped us. If you all agree with me, that is what has really, really, really helped us during this pandemic. Yeah? Social media has really helped us to keep interacting when they asked us to be locked down at home. You know, a lot of people, I know people that were living on their own. They were living, imagine someone living on their own for the lockdown period, you know, but social media kept things going, you know. So social media is really, really good thing. And thankfully, it was in our lives during the pandemic. I don't know what would have happened if there was no social media. So it's an interactive technology. And the purpose is to help people interact in so many different ways, to sort of share their ideas, exchange information, exchange of views, you know, like everyone have their own views about certain subjects, maybe subjects in career, business, interest, you know, what's going on around the world, you know, somewhere we can actually, you know, sort of voice our opinion as well, you know, somewhere where we can actually say, okay, I want my voice to be heard. You know, you can actually advocate for things on social media. You can support a cause on social media. So a lot of things, you can interact in a lot of ways. So it's an interactive technology. So it's a place you can network as well to meet people. You can meet people that you've actually, you know, sort of reconnect with people. Because I remember when I went on Facebook many years ago, the first set of people that I started to connect with were my old schoolmates. You know, I was like, yes, now I can reconnect with my old schoolmates. And I think one of the first thing I did was we did a reunion, because I was able to connect with a lot of my old schoolmates from secondary school, because everyone is now all over the world and everything. And we're able to do a reunion. And without Facebook, I don't think we would have been able to connect like that. So that was one of the first things I did, you know. So it helps you to network with even people you don't know. You get to know new people. And there are people that I met on social media, and we are very good friends now, to be honest with you. So you know, you connect with people in different ways on social media. You can develop communities. You can create and develop communities. You know, I remember this one that stands out for me when it comes to developing a community is this group on Facebook called Females in Nigeria. Oh my Lord, that group grew and grew and grew, and it was a private group where women were able to share you know, privately, you know, what they're going through and things like that, you know. So it can be a safe place as well. I'm part of a lot of support groups and a lot of different type of groups where people sort of come together and share interests. So it's a community. You can build it. People have met on social media community groups, and they now met face to face and things like that. So it's a place where you can build communities, strong communities that can actually, you know, help good causes. And so if we you know, we played that game, well done to everyone who played that game. You know, identifying those social media platforms, some of them WhatsApp. WhatsApp is actually a messenger social media platform. So it's messages that happen there. And then we also have the like WhatsApp status and things like that. We have the Facebook, which a lot of people know. It's like, you know, Facebook is another country on its own. Then we have Instagram. We have YouTube, we have Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, House Party, Clubhouse. Clubhouse is the newest social media in the block. You know, I don't know if anybody is on Clubhouse. You know, so yes, you're on Clubhouse, Irene. So yeah, so basically, every social media has its own purpose. So some of them, you find out that, oh, you know, some people will say there's a lot of young people on this social media. For me, I don't look at it like, oh, it has to be for young people or not. I believe that, let me see what's going on there. Let's see how I can use this to my advantage. That's the first thing. So when there's a new social media, I'm like, I want to use this to my advantage. What are they doing there? So I want to go there and see what's happening. But I'm not very active in all social medias, because you really sometimes can't be active in all. There's some that you really use a lot, depending on what you're looking for. And we're going to be talking about that in a moment. So so social media, right, is is a blend of two worlds. So there's the real world and there's the unreal world, you know. So the real world means that just like the real world outside of social media and what's happening there, you know, there are things that are the way it is, it's real, you know. You meet people there, they are who they are, they say they are, right? And there's the unreal world. There's this thing on social media where what you see is not what it is in real world, you know. So basically maybe like people or what they portray or what they present is not usually what it really is. Actually, people paint a picture of what they want you to believe or see about themselves on social media. It is what they want you to believe, you know. So that's the first thing you want to. Please, can somebody mute Maureen, please? Thank you. That's where the noise is coming from. Thank you. You know, so yeah, so people will paint a picture of what they want you to see. So everybody comes on social media and they have a agenda or purpose, or some people just come there for going their sake or to see what's happening there, or some people because they've asked them, you have to be on social media, or they want to connect with people, or they just want to see what's happening around the world, or they're just bored and they just want to be somewhere where they watch what is happening. And I always tell people that social media is not for you to come there and be watching what is happening. It's an interactive space. So you can't really be there all the time and be watching. You have to interact. And that's where the problem starts from, when you're there for the wrong reasons. You know, if you're on social media for the wrong reasons, any of the social medias that I've mentioned, be it Facebook, you know, be it Instagram, why are you on Instagram? You need to ask yourself that first. Why am I there? Why am I on Facebook? What is the purpose of Facebook? You know, what do I want to achieve? Is it just to, you know, like socialize and not be bored, you know, that sort of thing, make new friends, you know, start a business and find new connection for my business on social media? Then you know the reason. So once you know the reason why you are on social media, then you want to know what you're going to be doing there. If you don't know why you're there, you're just going to be there watching everybody. And you know what? And social media is not television. It's not, you're not there to watch TV and watching people's lives every time, day in and out. You go there, you just watch, you never comment, you never interact, you never compliment anyone, you know, you never say happy birthday to anyone. You're just there watching. After a while, it starts to affect you in one way or the other, to be honest. It affects you. Because you're there to interact and you're not interacting. Imagine you going right into the community, you know, or you're part of a university or education system, and you just go to school every day. You don't talk to your teacher, you don't talk to any students. Imagine what would happen. You go to school, you don't talk to anybody in the class. You don't talk to the teacher, you just sit down, listen to the teacher, do your homework, you do your homework and you leave. How do you think that would affect you? Is that really possible? That would affect you mentally, you know, because the school is not built for a one-way interaction. You have to, it's not built for one way, you know, like you can't just go there and not interact. You have to interact when you go to school. Any education system, if you go to work, you're expected to interact with your staff, your colleagues, your customers, or whoever you're dealing with. The same thing with social media. You can't just go into social media and all you do is you're watching everybody and you're not interacting at all. So why did you have friends? Why do you have followers? Why are you following people? You know, on social media, you're following them just to watch them. After a while, all you're just looking at is their life, and then you start to misunderstand a lot of things. You start to misunderstand things. So a lot of things can be misunderstood and miscommunicated on social media. So you have to be really careful. So if you're interactive, you might actually check with people when they do things and say, oh, is this what you mean? You can put it, that's why they have the comment section, you know? And to be honest with you, to tell you why, you know, social media is for interaction, Facebook and they own Instagram and WhatsApp. So what Facebook has done now is that they've changed their algorithm. Before, when you click like on Facebook, yeah, it increases your algorithm, and you know, so if you post, people will see your post and everything. Now they want you to interact, so you have to comment, and they've actually created a lot of easy ways with stickers, emojis, avatars. They've created all sort of customized response on comment section on Facebook now, that you don't really need to spend a lot of time commenting to interact with people. Because if you don't interact with people, what Facebook does is that automatically nobody sees your own post anymore as much. You find out that you're posting all the time and nobody's liking your post, because all you do too is you go there and you just look at everybody's post and you leave. And then you post something one day, maybe it's your birthday, where you expect everybody to say happy birthday, and nobody is seeing that. Or when you post, you post things that people don't really interact with. You know, maybe you go into social media thinking, I started a business and I want to start selling. And then all you're doing is trying to sell to people, and you're not interacting, you're not giving values, you're not doing anything. Nobody is interacting with it. Nobody will really see your post. So you have to support people by commenting on their post so that more people see their post. The more you comment on somebody's post, the more people see it. That's the way they've actually set their algorithm now. You know, so because they want you to go there and interact. That's the first thing. You have to interact in one way or the other. And you have to, and I'm going to talk about some things in a moment about the interaction. So on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest, on any social media platform, you can create your own network. You can create your own network. So you don't have to have problems with people on social media. If somebody is on your social space, following you or a friend of yours, and they do not make you feel good or feel happy, or what you see they do is not something that you want to see, unfriend them. If it's not something that is, if it's something that is, you know, like too bad for you, you can't really, maybe if it's dodgy or something, or somebody is actually abusing you or bullying you, that's why they create block them. There's nothing bad in blocking somebody. You can block people. I block people. I'm telling you, I can block you on WhatsApp. I can block you on Facebook. I can unfriend you. I can unfollow you. There's different types of ways to create your space and your network. You can unfollow some people so that you don't see their post again. You're still their friend, but if you click on follow, it means that you won't be seeing their posts really. But if you don't want to be their friend again, it's okay to not be somebody's friend anymore. And if you want to block somebody, that means you don't want the person to have any access to you. You can do that. They don't have any access to what you're posting, to what you're doing. Block them. It's for your own sanity. You know, if they don't make you feel good, they don't make you feel happy, that's what the blocking is for. Don't feel guilty about it. You know, you have to be able to create your own network and space so that you don't say, oh, social media is bad. I don't like the way people do this. Why is it bad? You created that network for yourself. You created it. You choose who you want to have as a friend on Facebook. I have like 500 requests of friendship right now on my Facebook, you know, because I take my time to go and check who has sent me a friend request when I have the time. And then I'll see some new people. Do I know this person? Do we have mutual friends? Okay, I don't know this person, but we have mutual friends. So I check the mutual friends and I look at it. Oh, okay. I start seeing a lot of them because I'm a beauty consultant with Mary Kay. So I see a lot of Mary Kay people on it. And I'm like, oh, she must be a consultant, one of the consultants. And she might just maybe have been to do a training at a consultant team or whatever. And that person decided to follow me. Or, you know, we follow each other to learn from each other. So I'll just accept that person. I'll go and look at the profile page again. Just in case, I'll look at the profile page and then I will accept the person. If in future I find out that that person is not who I want to have in my space, I can unfriend them again if I made a mistake. So you can make a mistake by adding somebody as your friend. It's okay. You know, you can also undo what you have done. You know, so it's okay to do that. So always check before you add somebody as a friend, follower. The same thing on Instagram, Snapchat. They're all similar. You understand? The only thing is that the social media you want to be on, you want to understand why you're there. What are you doing there? You know, what are you really doing there? Snapchat. I really don't do much Snapchat. I'm there. I like using the picture filters and some, you know, funny things. That's why I'm there really, you know. And because my children, I actually joined Snapchat many years ago because my children were young and they were there and I wanted to be on all the social media platforms and understand what goes on there. So I understand the dynamics of Snapchats and things like that because of my children. So it's important. There are even some social medias that 10-year-olds, 6-year-olds are on. So many. So parents need to understand social media as well. So you can't have young children and then you say, I don't do social media, I don't do social media. You don't know what goes on there. You don't know what they do. And you allow your children to be on social media and you don't understand it. How do you help them? How do you help their mental health development? You know, your children to know what's going on. Some of them, when they are still young, you need to go on the social media platform that they are on. And sometimes you need to tell them, give me your phone. Let me see what you're doing. I do that with my daughters. The first day my second daughter, she's 18. The first day I got to know what TikTok is, that was year before last year, 2019. She was doing something in her room. I entered her room and I was like, what are you doing? And she sounded dodgy and whatever. I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm not doing anything. I said, what are you doing? I'm not doing anything. I said, okay, let me see your phone. That's the next thing. Let me see your phone because you sound a bit. She said, I'm only doing TikTok. I'd never heard of TikTok in my life. I'm only doing TikTok. I'm like, TikTok? What's TikTok? I want to see what TikTok is. It's just TikTok. To me, I mean, I think they've been doing that TikTok, but I don't really did. So I then that night looked at what she was doing. It was a video, blah, blah, blah. It was nice what she was trying to do. And okay, that's what you're doing. So I said, I really want to know more about this TikTok. I'm going to go download it. So I went to download TikTok so I can know what is going on TikTok. So if there's anything negative, positive, I really want to understand as a parent. I really want to understand the dynamics. I might not be on TikTok all the time, but I really want to have an understanding of what my children are doing. So that is very, very important. So you want to also be in control of what you're doing on social media. You want to be the one controlling what you put there and what you don't put. So you can't really give your account to someone to post. And then on Facebook, especially, because I'm mentioning Facebook, I'm tilting to that because a lot of people use that. And it's similar to Instagram because they own Instagram, but you know, Instagram is more short videos and pictures and things like that. But on Facebook, you want to be in control of what you're posting. So I see some people's Facebook post page, they allow people to tag them without them, because you can set, you need to understand the terms. Any social media you're getting into, you need to understand the terms of use. The terms of use and how, all the features. If you don't understand it, call somebody who knows it or read all the things. Just investigate around all the features, all the things available. Don't just join Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Clubhouse without understanding what is going on there. What are the features? So some people on Facebook, for example, they allow people to tag them without them sort of giving control over whether they want to accept that tag to be on their timeline or not. So you go on their page and you see all sorts of things. People are just posting on their own timeline. So when somebody comes on their timeline, they're like, what's all this on, what's this? So that person immediately thinks you are the one really accepting that, or that's who you are. But it's because you don't take control of what goes on your page, because you don't even understand the terms of use. You're better off not being there at all than not to understand how it works. Because somebody will post something on your page one day that is so bad that people will think, how can this be on your page? So it's very, very important that you understand the terms of use. So I also wanted to also talk about you not taking anything personal. Because like I said, people put what they want to put out there. Don't take anything personal, especially when it comes to commenting, because people are writing what their views are. And everybody is at different, their development, their mental development is different. So how would I say mental development? I can explain, okay, we're all different in the way we communicate and socialize. Don't forget that some of us, we are autistic. Some of us, we are ADHD. Some of us, we are, everybody's different. So an autistic person, probably communicate differently. And the way they'll put something out will be different. The way they perceive something will be different. The way they understand information is different. So you put something on Facebook now and somebody comments, she's autistic, and she just put it there. What do you mean by that? Blah, blah, blah. And you're thinking, and for you, that person, she's younger than you, and you're thinking, what does she think she's doing? She's so disrespectful, but she's just being direct because she's autistic. So you don't take anything personal. Some people will comment based on their current emotions, what they are going through. their current emotions. So everybody's language, thank you, Uji, everybody's language differs. The way people culturally and, you know, emotionally, where everybody is putting something out there is this. So don't take anything personal. You're the one that posts something, you expect people to comment. Take it as everybody put your views. It's your views, it's your life. But this is what I think about it. So whatever you think, you put it there as well. Whatever they think, don't take it. People fight people. Why do people fight people on social media? It's not necessary. Everybody is different. We're thinking differently. I am thinking this is right. Somebody is thinking that same thing is wrong. We need to be able to accommodate and be considerate of each other's mental development, how we think, how we do things, our culture. And so don't take anything personal. It's very, very important, because that way you go back there, you read all the comments, and then you're like, okay, this is what she thinks, fine. Oh, that one, okay. You know, you laugh about it. I laugh about a lot of things. I don't take life seriously. I laugh about a lot of things. And if it's something that is a bit, I might call a friend and say, guess what this person wrote, you know, and then we laugh and laugh. I find a friend that we can laugh about it, you understand? And then we laugh about it and we move on from it. Don't take anything personal, please. It's very, very important. Again, don't compare yourself to people. Don't compare yourself, because people will put things on social media like as if their life is so perfect. That's what they want you to see. Maybe they're doing it with a good intention to inspire, right? So I might be going through a lot in my life, but doesn't mean I want to put that negative things that I'm going through. The reason why is because I don't want to be, I might want to be somebody that inspires people, that make people feel good and happy. So I want to make my life look happy on social media, but I have my own struggles. But if I always put my struggles, I'll think, that is not good. That is not going to do anybody any good, because people are going through a lot already. So why would I now be putting more of my problems out there? I'm not going to do that. I am going to, unless once in a while, I might put my struggles there, again, to encourage people that you're not the only one going through it. There are other people going through things. So it's a balance of things. So some people had the intention. So you don't want to now look at it like, oh, she's putting as if everything is, after all, her husband and her husband are fighting, and she's putting a marriage anniversary or whatever. You know, somebody is saying, congratulations to us, happy wedding anniversary. She's happy, she's showing to her friends and everybody. And you're like, they are fighting, you know, and she's putting it there. No, she actually put it there because with a good intention that this is what I want to happen in my life. Even though things are not happening well, I'm still sort of still happy, and I'm still grateful that I still have this marriage, and I hope it goes very well, you know. And some people will put it for the wrong reasons as well. So you never know people's intention when they post. What you know is yourself. So don't compare yourself to anybody. If you want to wish them well, wish them well. Even if you know their life is not okay, wish them well and move on from it. Interact with them. If you don't want to interact, then move on. It's not everybody you're going to interact with. Again, like I said, if you don't like somebody, you don't need to be their friend. Why have them in your network? Why follow them if you don't want to be your friend? Then there's on Instagram, you sometimes see other people on the feed, on, you know, like, so it's not everybody, you know, you see some. But if you don't really want to dwell in it, you don't want to watch the video, if something is like, I see some things that are very, very terrible. I don't want to go and dream about it. Once I see the video, like, I close it. I move on. If I know something is not going to be making me feel good after I've watched it, once you see the face, you see a blood, somebody killing somebody, like, what's this? Oh, then you leave. You don't go back to it and start watching, and then you start sharing with people, you know? And another thing I wanted to say, and I'm going to mention that again now, because it's all about what we also put out there as well. That is also very, very important. What do you put out there? So not all information is meant for the social media. It is very easy to put out the wrong information because our emotions and state of mind, especially when we are going through pain, disappointment, betrayal, moments of excitement, etc., it can affect what we put there. So I always tell people that when you are very at your lowest of emotions, when you're really down, a bit depressed, not happy, don't post. Be very careful. When you're in pain, don't post. There's a lot of times that I posted on social media and I post it and I think about it again and I delete. So you can go back to what you put there and think, what is this doing? If it doesn't make you feel right, delete it, you know? So, and when you are very excited, don't post. Honestly, you can actually put the wrong thing there when you're really, really excited. Something just happened in your life and it's causing a lot of excitement. Don't post at that time. Anytime you're on the highest or lowest, be very careful. Yeah, it is so, so important. So you have to think it through and have some guidelines. So these are the guidelines quickly. Please let me know if my time is getting to, to the time that I need to stop. So before you post anything, there are
1 minute to go.
Oh my God. So what you want to think of is, what is the purpose of the information you're putting out there? Why have you decided to make the information public? Does the information need a privacy? Maybe it's only friends that can see it. There are some things I put on Facebook that I'm the only one that can see it. Maybe because I want to just use it for a future reference, but I don't want everybody to see it now. How will it affect other people? That's another one. How will it affect other people? Because you're not about yourself. You know, some people say, I don't care about anybody. I just put what I want to put. You have to also care about people because it's an interactive space. You know, what impact will it have on others? The public or your social media audience is very important, especially emotionally and mentally. How will it affect your close friends and family, work colleagues? You need to think about that. You have to think about your work. How will it affect your profession? Your business associates? Can this affect your career or job now or in the future? Be very careful what you put there. Think about it. How do you know? I remember one young girl that put something on social media and later on became a youth police something, and something that she has put on social media, they brought it back in and she lost that position. You know, how do you communicate? And we have to tell our children about this too, because they are in school, they don't care, they put everything on social media, but when they now get a job, it might affect them. So the pictures they put and things like that, how do you communicate the message or information so that it connects, the content is received with clarity to fit the real purpose? You have to think about that. So if you're not sure, don't put it in. If you're posting a news that you've gotten, have you checked the information is authentic? Don't jump on every information that people send you, especially on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is the worst culprit. People just post things without thinking. Lidl, Sainsbury is giving out £250 to people. Think about it. How can Sainsbury be giving £250 voucher to people? Then that link, you start sharing and people start hacking people's phone. Once you click that link, the hackers take hold of the people's phones and they start to, you know. So first think about it. What sort of news is this? Lidl giving out $250. Why don't you even go on Lidl page, their official website, and check whether it's true before you start sharing with other people? Don't jump on everything that people send to you. Is it from a reliable source? Don't click every link that people send to you. Be very careful. Make sure that the link is authentic. Ask the person again. You know, the funny thing is somebody sent me something recently and I asked the person, I called the person, I said, is it you? Are you the one that sent me this, or do you act your WhatsApp? Because I want to be sure before I click the link. So check how you're feeling before you post anything. Like I said, that is your current emotion, and review your post. So I'm going to end with 10 rules quickly, 10 rules of social media so that you can rock your social media, right? I'll tell you 10 rules. Goldie, please let me just quickly mention this.
No problem.
The rule of listening. You have one mouth and two ears. Pay attention to the people that your audience. Read their content, join their discussion is very important. The rule of quality. You understand? So quality is very important. What are you putting out there? How is it affecting people's lives? The rule of influence. You know, are you sort of creating any influence out there? The rule of patience. Be very patient. Be very careful when people put things there. They might not be the one. Somebody might have. I remember recently I saw somebody posted and I was like, this is very unusual of this woman. She's not that type of person that will post that. Then I later saw another post that says, my Facebook has been hacked. You know, so be very patient. The rule of compounding, you know, the rules that govern success is very universal. The rule that governs good relationship is very universal. So make sure that you understand social media rules and you living successfully on social media, because it's a place where we are living, to be honest. You know, so you want to also make sure that you're giving value, you know, maybe to your family members, your friends, you're doing something good in their life, and you're giving and you're taking, you're giving, you're taking. And the rule of acknowledgement, you see people post things, acknowledge it, say, well done, thank you, you know, acknowledge. If somebody congratulates you or comments on your post, acknowledge it, comment back, interact back. It's for interactive space, and it helps you to balance your emotion and make sure that you know what is going on around you in the world so that you understand. So that's where I will leave it for now. And if there's anyone who have any questions.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. That was super, super amazing. I didn't want that to stop, but because of our time, we needed to move on. Can we just please give a very big round of applause to Antonia? That was super amazing. Can I see everybody giving a round of applause? That was so good. Thank you so much. We're gonna come back to you very, very quickly, but I'm just looking at our time. And just once again, for those who are just joining us, thank you for joining us. Please, we would like to very quickly say goodbye or introduce once again, for those who are just joining us, one of our sponsors, a representative from Near Neighbor. She's been with us right from the beginning of the program, but I know she said she had to go. So I wanted to make sure we say bye to you before you dash off. So thank you very much, Rabia from Near Neighborhood, one of the representatives of our sponsor for this workshop. So thank you very much for joining us. We hope you learned something today. You know, if at any time you're ready to go, you know, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you, and hopefully we'll see you in another one of our section if you're available for that. So for everyone who took, you know, all of those information in, I personally was making notes, and I was just like that because I was taking everyone in. I love the fact that not only did you share the social media about, you know, things like, obviously a lot of people, like you said, go on social media for personal reasons, you know, for personal reasons. But I feel like a lot of us on this platform actually are business women as well. You know, a lot of us have our own business or our own, you know, project or whatever it is that we're using social media for. So I like the fact that you touch on how you can use it as a personal thing, but also how you can use it on the business side of things as well. So what I would like to do in the next 3 minutes is to open the floor. We're going to have a Q&A, and today I want it to be interactive because I know, you know, the topic we're discussing is something that is interactive. Like she said, you have to interact on social media. So today, instead of us leaving the comment in the comment section, I actually want us to interact. So I want you to be able to ask your question, and then Antonia will be able to answer. So we're going to take 10 minutes to do the Q&A. So we're going to start that in about 3 minutes. If you have your question, although I am not going to go to you, so if you want to ask a question, I still need you to go in the comment section and say you would like to, and then I will know who is, you know, going first and things like that. You have to have a number, so we can't just open the floor for everyone to just speak one at a time, okay? So if you want to ask any questions at all, like I said, we want to make it interactive. So we're going to be talking and she's going to be replying back, either based on social media as a personal use, or you have a business, or everything at all that she's mentioned. I feel like she said quite a lot of things that a lot of us don't even take into consideration when we're using social media. So I feel like if you do have a question, please do put in the comment section so that I can give you a number. I can see right now Esther says she has a question. So Esther, you're number 1. In about 2 minutes, we're going to go to the Q&A, which is going to last us about 10 minutes. So don't worry, it's going to be very, very interactive. We're going to be talking back and forth, but I just need you to make a note and say you want to ask a question. Before we get to that, Antonia, once again, thank you very much. That was super amazing. I feel like I learned quite a lot. And to be honest, I feel like there's some things that you were saying and I was literally shaking my head. Like there's sometimes where you literally see people's posts and you're like, when did I even start following this person? Like, or you're like, how did this person's post get on my thing? But we always forget that you can actually, like, you know, change your settings. You can unfollow them, like you said. You can change the things you want to see. But I think a lot of people don't even know that. They just think, oh, she's on my friend list. I'll just take it in wherever they post. But there's some things that we really do see. And sometimes for me as well, it does upset me. I was like, I don't want to see this. So either unfollow the person or just limit the post, like what you see on there, depending on what social media it's from. So I feel like that's very good. That's very important for us to be able to be careful on the things that we do take in. So I love that you touch on that. For our games, we are going to be announcing the prizes just after the Q&A, but I need to confirm very quickly, Irene, can you just check that with me? And then we're going to announce the winner. So we have 1 more minute, and then I am going to be, opening the floor for the Q&A. I only have one person so far that says they have a question, and that is Esther. I mean, I believe there's 30 of us on this platform, and Antonia shared a lot of nuggets with us, and every one of us on this platform uses social media. So I would like to believe you've taken something in. I would like to believe you heard something that you want to find out more information on. I would like to believe as a business owner that you want to ask, things as well that you can do, tools that you can do to help you with your social media. So I'm actually surprised not a lot of people right now is saying they have a question, because this is meant to be really interactive. And this is one of the points that she said as well. Don't just go on social media and be looking. You have to interact. Don't just go on there and be a ghost. What do we call them, Antonia? I think we call them ghost, the ghost followers.
There are different ones. There are the ghost followers, and they're the monetary.
So
the
I
monetary
think
the
we have
monetary
a lot
spirits.
of ghost, exactly. I think we have a lot of ghost guests and monitoring spirit guests on this platform today. And you know what? Don't make me call you out, because I'm going to call everybody out. But right now, let's get to the question and
People
answer.
here are awesome.
All right, well, welcome back, Antonia. And our first question is coming from one of our amazing team member. She is our project manager, and she goes by the name of Esther. So Esther, unmute yourself and video if you want to.
Yes. I want to say, don't worry, if anybody don't have questions. Me, I can ask questions for the whole world. So we full ground. Mama Antonia, I want to say big fat thank you. My room is very dark. You guys might not be able to see me very well, but thank you. That was so well delivered. I was just blown away, because social media is something we all use. Like, there goes my WhatsApp pinging, and we had BlackBerry before, but I didn't know that. I just knew that I should come here because it says mental resilience, and that's my field, because I love to learn, I love to grow. I recognize that we all face adversities, we all face challenges, and how we deal with them is what makes or breaks us, is what separates the winners from the losers. So I want to first of all thank you and thank God for your gift. Thank God for the way you were just able to handle it so well and have so much knowledge on your subject area. You did really well, ma. Thank you. So my first question I want to ask this evening is, you spoke about that, and then somebody else was also affirming what you said, that there is personal judgment. Like, people might see things and just interpret it differently based on their own frame of reference, based on their own mindset, the way they see life. Meanwhile, other people want to be authentic. They want to live their life and I'm speaking my own life, my own truth now. I want to be just as clear as water. I don't want to have to think, oh my God, if my mother's friend should read what I just read now, oh my God, it will go around the village. I don't want to have that fear, because me personally, I find that I have more stress when I have a great thing that I want to share and I'm not able to share it because of the supposed repercussions based on people's preconceived assumptions and their judgment. So I want to learn how to have that balance, because I will not try and stifle my gifts, change myself just so that I can suit somebody's own frame of reference of me, which might be very inaccurate. Which might be very inaccurate. So that's my first question. But all the questions are actually, together, because there was also something you said about people not appreciating. And honestly, those are called silent consumers. That's a terrible sin. It should be abolished. It should be dealt with. And why am I so passionate about this question, this second part? There's a man, some of you might not know him, some of you might know him if you're into art. His name is Van Gogh. Do you know this man made 900 paintings in his lifetime? And he did that over 10 years. Only one sold in his lifetime. Today, if you see Van Gogh painting, it's millions you'll be paying. But do you know how my friend died? I call him my friend because he's an artist. Me, I'm an artist. I don't paint, but I sing, I draw, I design. This guy died by taking his own life. Why? What do you think? He used to even work in a church. So there were people around him. But in his lifetime, he only sold one painting. So my dear friends, especially if you're my friend and you enjoy any of my content, try and be interactive.
Yeah.
If you go to a program, that's how I started getting hired. Sister Irene, she invited me somewhere to an event. When I was out picking up, next thing they paid me over £250 to come and share my experience, my expertise and wisdom. Why? Because I did not go there and be a bench warmer. I refuse to be a bench warmer. So I want to also say, Auntie, how can we really encourage people to be free? They say don't take things personally. It really messes a lot of people up because they want to go into their cocoon and shut themselves out. And some of them will become even suicidal and depressed because they don't know how to say, oh, I don't understand this post. Explain to me, both in private or on the comment section. So, Auntie, I still have many more things, but I've said two so far.
So you said two. So basically, the first one you've actually said. Thank you very much, Esther. Thank you so much. And this is really, really key. These two things that you've actually mentioned are really one of the key things. The balance, and I can see what I'm sort of like. I like to express myself, and I'm quite extroverted. So I like to sort of express myself, express my views about something, either politics, community, people. I can be feminist sometimes, so, and when things are happening, I really want to go out there and talk about it. I want to put it there, regardless of, how we communicate on different social media. There's some social medias where you just text or you post pictures, or some you like Clubhouse now, you go there, it's audio, so you can talk and you can just listen. So, and how do you really sort of create that balance? You have something you want to put out there, but you think, my family would not like what I put there. They don't like what I do or whatever, So again, it's a balance. You have to think about it. If you think you have to put that thing, like, for example, my a typical example is, for example, when for those who are Nigerians, there was I'm very passionate. So first of all, think about the things I'm passionate about. So I'm very passionate about child abuse, sexual abuse, and things like that. I'm very, very, abuse of women. It gets to me, like once it start happening, I'm talking to people about it. I'm like out there. So there was this issue that happened. I can't remember whether it's a year ago or 2 years ago. There's this lady called Bisola Dakolo or something in Nigeria. Some of you who are from Nigeria can relate to that issue. And she came out. For me, her story was authentic. It was real. It was, I felt for her and everything. And I put it out there. I stand by her. I put it out there. I am against child abuse, and I will say my views against child abuse. I don't care what anybody says or anybody think. Some people thought she was lying. Some people thought she was this, but that's my own view. And I hold it to myself to put it out there that I'm one of those people that, I'm against it. And the more we speak about these things, the more we are able to stop these things in the tracks. So that people are already thinking that I'm going to do it to another girl, another young girl. They're already rethinking. So, and I have done live videos about child abuse. I've gone out there and said, this is what I feel about it. And if you are a man and you have done it to somebody before, and that person has grown up, you have grown up, even if you are 80-year-old, 70-year-old, go back to that person and apologize, and find a way to go and make up to this person so that they can heal from what they're going through. So if you think there's something you're passionate about and then you have to share your voice, think about how it's affecting people, that if you speak out, it will affect many people. Maybe something happened to you, somebody did something to you, First of all, think about the platform where you're going to speak out about it. Because some platforms, they are not the right platforms. So you have to think about those things. And then the audience might not be the right audience. So if your audience is not the right audience for what you want to speak about, then there's no point. If most of your audience are your people at your place of work right now, and it's something that happened, it's something that has to do with maybe Nigeria or something, then that's not the right audience. There's no point putting it there. So you have to think about your audience. How would it affect them? If it's about their views, they're not going to be happy with what you put. You don't care, put it there. But if it's something that that you're going to put it there is going to sort of damage people's emotions and things like that, then you think, how do I put it? That's when you now think how you communicate it. You understand? So you have to think about it before you put it. Don't put it when you're really emotionally down, like I said, or when you're really high. because you might not be able to think properly and be able to put the information correctly. The second one you said was appreciation. Honestly, this is something that I am also really, really passionate about, appreciating people, you know, for what they do. I see a lot of people do that on social media. I'm a business person. Sometimes when I put something that has to be about my business, people see it, they pass by. Instead of them to say, well done, congratulations. If they do that, number one, they help that post for more people to see it so that more people see what I'm doing. You're not buying from me, but at least you help more people to see my post. You might not buy from me, you know, but you've encouraged me. That goes a long way. You understand? And we need to, anywhere that I can talk about that, I talk about it everywhere. Let's support each other by commenting on the person's post, because that really helps that person. It's an encouragement. You might like the post, that is good too. You acknowledge that you've seen it. Liking means you acknowledge that you saw it, but not sure what you think about it. So sometimes it's even good for people to know what you think about it. It can be well done, you know? So that's something. So we all need to appreciate each other. It's very, very important. We just need to keep encouraging and talking about it. That is all I can say about that.
All right, great. Okay, I can see right here, Abby and Fam says she has a comment. Abby and Fam, unmute yourself.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you for Irene inviting me to this program. It's been really good. And all the speakers from today, it's been really, really good. I just want to add and just say, like, I think sometimes, like what Antonia said, when we're in our emotions is how we reply. That's one. And also how we put messages out there. So somebody puts something out there and we dislike. There are things that they say, you know, you can criticize somebody, but make it very constructive. So it's done appropriately. When we go out there and we put messages up and we start adding swear words, or you're an idiot, you must be stupid, and all those kind of stuff, that's not called for. So I think some of the things, and I personally, I'm active on social media. Some things I don't get involved in. I'm on the group that the lady said, female in Nigeria. I'm in that group and I feel like it's a really good group. There was one I was on recently, I'm just using this as an example, where people will go up there. It's about DIY on care, skin and stuff. And people said, oh, which lighting cream is good? And people saying, oh, you are going to die if you use this cream. You know, it's how people, you know, and I feel like if you are not willing to accept, if you're not willing to accept someone to criticize what you're about to say, don't post anything. It's good to post, but when you post, what they have replied to doesn't mean that's who you are at that moment. You have to learn to understand that, you know what, I know who I am and I can stand regardless of what. That's my intake.
Thank you very much, Abby. We appreciate that. Very quickly, because of our time, I think I have a question as well to throw to you, Antonia. And my own question, I believe this is kind of like something I feel like a lot of us struggle with. And I feel like I probably speak for a lot of people on this platform on the reason why a lot of people kind of don't post sometimes on how they feel. The three things I want to kind of, I guess, touch on or ask a question is, you know, as a business person, like whether you're putting content out, let's say content creator, I believe I fall in that platform. I do create content. There's sometimes where you feel discouraged, like you post content and, you know, when you're shooting your content, you can already feel how amazing it is. Like you're already picturing when you put it up, like people are going to get excited about it. And then you put it out and you don't get the kind of, you know, engagement that you expected. And I feel like sometimes that kind of damper your spirit and it kind of makes you feel like, oh, maybe people don't like me. I know you said never take anything personal, but there's sometimes where it really does get to you. Usually when you see other people, I know you're not supposed to compare, but that's what social media does to us sometimes. When you see other people and then you feel like, but my content was better. You know, in your head, sometimes we cannot do this comparison thing. And then you kind of get this discouragement. I feel like sometimes for me, I do get discouraged. Like there's sometimes where I already have a lineup of posts, like you said, and I say, I'm going to post this on Thursday. Thursday come, I'm not encouraged to post it because I feel like maybe the last time I didn't get that much engagement on my post. So I just feel like I don't want to post it. And before you know it, you start losing interest. I feel like sometimes I see myself in that space and it takes a while for me to kind of motivate myself to get back to that posting stage, if you get what I mean. That's number one on discouragement. Number two for me is on balance, because there's sometimes as well where you feel like you want to post, but you don't want to post too much. So you don't really know what the balance is. Like, I want to post about my social life because I'm a host. I want people to see what I do. But then there's sometimes where you feel like you don't want to post unnecessarily because you don't want people to think, why are you posting too much? So I feel like there's usually that aspect as well. So those are the two things I want to touch on, if you can.
Okay, wow, that is really, really good. So first of all, regarding the discouragements, yeah, some of it is it's not like people are not liking your post or commenting on your post. So when you create a content, you know, especially if it's for business or your influencer or something like that, you know, for a particular purpose, not just for social, it can be, you know, you have to learn the technicalities of posting and algorithms, you know. So especially, like I said, if it's for business, then you need to learn more. So algorithms, like I mentioned earlier. So if, for example, I don't know if anybody has noticed, if you commented, somebody commented on your post, they commented on your post, the next thing you see the person's post. You know, the reason why is because sometimes you post something, maybe if you have not been going, maybe you've been very busy. So it happens. You've been very busy. All you do is you just want to wake up. You plan your time. I'm going to post this thing at so time and so time. Yeah. But you did not have time to be commenting on other people's posts and interacting. What Facebook and Instagram especially have done is that people will not really see that post. So they didn't really see it. Okay. You posted and you thought people didn't engage with it, but they didn't see it in the first place. Have you seen, there's some people on Facebook now, you've not seen them for 5 years and they are on Facebook and they are posting, and you've not seen their post for 2 years. You even forgot that they were on Facebook because there's no interaction going on between the both of you. Yeah, so that's one technicality. You need to understand the algorithms. What do you need to do for people to be seeing more of your posts? Then the type of post, you also have to understand that as well. So like on Facebook, for example, and Instagram as well, they are for visuals like images and videos. So if you do a lot of live videos, you post videos, your algorithm is higher. So more people see a video or live video if you go live. And a lot of people don't want to go live. Everybody's afraid of wanting to go live. But even if it's 5 minutes going live, it helps. You understand? People engage more when you go live because they feel like that's the real you. I've come out and talk, and you know, so people engage more with that. The second one is that if you post a picture, more people see it. But if you post a picture with a lot of written text on top of it, like you put a lot of quotes, or you have an event going on and you posted, you know, like the flyer of events, you have a lot of written text on flyers. Flyers, people don't see it that much. I don't know if anybody have noticed. You post a flyer, how many people like the flyer? It's not because they are not supporting your events, they have not really seen that flyer. Unless maybe you tag a lot of people. So the number of people you tag, then they might likely see it because you tagged them. But you just post it, most people will not see. You try and check the ones when you send your picture and you post a flyer. So those are technicalities of the social media. So every social media has its own algorithm. If you go on Clubhouse now, and you're just coming to Clubhouse to only listen to people talk all the time, number one, Clubhouse will not give you a lot of invitation to invite more people. Number two, there's some things you might not really do. But if you start to maybe come on the stage once in a while, raise your hand, contribute to what is being said, then the algorithm, your Clubhouse algorithm increases. So you really need to understand technicalities in that aspect, yeah, of posting your content. Not that people are not supporting you. You can test it and ask a question or do something or play a game or say, you know, I'm going to do a prize draw. How many people comment? But if you get the first set of people that see your post are the people you interact with most. So there might be few friends that really always like you, your family members, they see it. But if they always comment on your post, you make sure you comment back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, you're not typing it. You know, they have already put a bit of, what's it called there? You have like emojis that you can put in the comment section. As long as you drop something in the comment section to say, thank you so much, thank you so much. So 5 people comment, you responded, that's 10 comments. Then it increases the visibility of your post. So you need to be aware of that. The second one you said, the balance of should I post today? What will people say? Forget about what will people say when it comes to you doing whatever you want to do. Whether you're doing it socially, for business, it's about what you feel you need to do. If you feel like you need to post regularly, you need to put out 3 posts a day, again, understand the technicalities. On Facebook, don't post now. If you post now and the next 10 minutes you post again, the next 20 minutes you post again, those other posts, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, hardly would anybody see it. That's the way they've set it up. You have to post, maybe give about 3 hours in between, 4 hours in between for people to be able to see your post. On Instagram, yes, you can post like 5 posts all together, you know, and then leave a bit of time and just space it out as well. You understand what I mean? Then it depends on how many people are following you, how many friends you have. Are they organic? You know, are these your real friends and family? You understand? Do you know most of your Facebook friends, or you don't even know them at all? You just add everybody. You understand? So that would determine whether they're going to engage with you or not. So if you feel like you have to put certain things Friday, Saturday, go ahead and do it. Again, create a balance. What would you like to people? Me, I like people to see a little bit of everything I do. So that I'm a businesswoman. I like you to know that even though I'm doing business, I want to inspire you. So I want to know that I'm not just doing business, I'm a family woman. So once in a while, put a bit of family stuff, once in a while, like, I might not want to put too much. I'm very cautious as well as to what I put out there, because I have to think about my family. What would they like me to put about them? My children, I have to take permission before I put my children on Facebook. I have to take their permission, so I just won't put them there. If they don't want me to put, then I don't put that thing about them. My daughter, she does creative art, but I have to ask her before I put anything that she does on Facebook or Instagram.
Thank you so much. That was really amazing. Because of our time, Auntie Vic, I can see you raising your hand, but I'm going to come to you a little bit later on. Because of our time, very quickly, we're going to announce the winners for our prizes for the games. Irene, I believe you're just going to confirm that with me. So I have 2 winners. I believe we have Victoria and Margaret. Are they still here? Like I said, if you're not here at the end of the program, you forfeit your prize. I can see Auntie Victoria. Margaret, are you still here? Is Margaret still here?
For Margaret here, she's trying to log back in, but she couldn't. And I think,
okay, all right.
So
okay,
she sent me a message, so we could give it to her.
Okay, we're just going to confirm the prizes. We have a voucher, but I believe I need you to just confirm with me, Antonia, what exactly they are, so that we can announce that accordingly.
Okay, so this is for those who are in the UK, to be honest. So I have 3 vouchers for you to have a virtual pamper session with me. Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 winners to have a virtual pamper session.
Okay. So I believe Kezi was one of our winners as well, because she corrected me. Apparently, she actually went on Google to check that FaceTime is actually a social media. So she corrected me. So I had to add that to the list. So she's one of our winners as well. So just to announce that our 3 winners, Victoria, Margaret, and Kezi, and you've all won a virtual pamper section with our facilitator, Antonia. Can you just tell us what that entails very quickly, please? Antonia, please. Can you just tell us what that entails?
Hello?
The pampering session, what does it entail?
Yeah, what does it entail? What exactly?
Okay, so basically, because I'm a skincare specialist, so you are going to get a pamper box, which will have one of the best skincare products for pampering, and then I'm going to sort of also give you an instructional session of how to use the products, pamper yourself. This is the pandemic period, so we're going to have it virtually, but you're going to get a pamper box.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I believe there should be one for the host as well. No, I believe I should have been added.
We'll definitely.
Yes. I need to talk after this, because I feel like you guys always leave me out. I need to start playing this game as well so that I can start winning prizes because it's not fair. Okay, very quickly, we're going to have our closing remarks. I'm going to revert back Irene. Don't worry, Auntie Victoria, I'm going to come back to you when we stay back because usually we stay back for another 10 minutes. But just because of our time, I'm going to invite Irene back just to give us the closing remarks. And then we're going to stay back for another 10 minutes to just interact and then you can get to ask your question. Okay, back to you, Irene.
Thank you, Goldie. Thank you, Antonia. I appreciate you guys. Antonia, well done. You did justice to that topic. And thank you, Goldie, for hosting the event. I want to say a big thank you to everyone on the platform. I appreciate you all for coming here today. You've actually made my day. The turn-up were almost 40 participants in this meeting. For what we have next, the next session is in 2 weeks' time. And it will be people telling their stories to heal themselves in terms of mental health issue, how you could heal yourself through telling your story. And we'll have someone that has passed through this issue and she's doing very, very well. She will share her story with us. It's also going to be an interacting session that I would love everyone here to participate in. And please feel free to invite people to join. And also, I want to use this opportunity to also thank our sponsors. This event is sponsored by the Big Lottery Fund, the Near Neighborhood, and ABC Small Grants. And Tesco Bank of Help. These four funders has made this event possible today. And I want to say a big thank you to them for all they are doing in the community. Once again, I want to say thank you all for being on this platform. I appreciate you all. But before we go, if you could on your camera, I want to do a quick photo session. It's just a minute, please. If you could on your camera, if you're not comfortable, it's fine. But if you could on your camera, please do, while we just take a quick photo. Esther, I don't know if you're there. Please, can you help me do the picture session quickly?
Yes, I want us to take it very nice. When I say 1, 2, 3, go, you say Ebony, and then I'll snap, but I'll do it twice because I'm using an iPad. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Ebony. That's really good. I love those white smiles. Now for the second round. 1, 2, 3, go.
Ebony.
Ebony. Yes, thank you so much, ladies and gents. That was awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you very much, Esther, for that picture session.
Okay.
That is it from me. But once again, I want to say thank you, everyone, for joining. I appreciate you all. And quickly, the Big Lottery Fund, we do like a monthly food outreach. So if you know anyone in Birmingham that is in need of food, African food to be precise, please get in touch with us so that we'll get the food delivered to their doorstep come next session. And aside that, we have a beauty pageant that this organization put together. We do that on a yearly basis, and this year is the 6th edition. In that pageant, we run workshops. So we run workshops from hair braiding, sewing, beading, makeup, rhinestone embellishment, and baking. The workshop is open to anyone that wants to learn something new. So the first skills starts next week, Wednesday, around 5 o'clock. If it's something that you would like to be part of, just drop your email address on the chat box. We'll send you the details to join. And our first skills that the pageant will be taking is makeup workshop. And aside learning how to do makeup, we'll be bringing speakers that will speak on their journey, on how they own their makeup brand or how they became makeup artists. So it's a session that is free. As I said, we've got this event funded already, so you don't need to pay to learn the skills. So if it's something you would like to be part of, please just drop your email, your phone number. We could send you the details. Once again, I want to say thank you to everyone that have joined. I appreciate you all. Back to you, Goldie.
Okay, all right. So just to reinstate our next event, which is on the 30th, that's in 2 weeks. I think by now we all know it's every 2 weeks Friday. So that will be the 30th of April. Can you please put that down in your calendar? And also based off of the topic we'll be having, I know there's already a speaker, but we also want to give the platform to, because I believe there's so many people that have stories to share based off of this particular topic. So we would like to have 3 more people to share their story. So you get to have like 5 minutes each to just share like a very short story. Because I feel like I said, now more than ever, people are coming up, people are talking about things that they usually don't talk about. So we want people to be able to talk about their feelings, what they've been through and things like that. So if you have a compelling story that you feel you want to tell, that you feel like people can learn from, it would be really amazing to, be able to give that platform to people actually on this platform. So we're going to give 3 people an opportunity to actually share their story for 5 minutes for you to be part of our next section. So if you're interested to do that, just send your information or just contact Irene if you already have a thing, and she'll be able to put you on that platform. So we'll have you to actually have 5 minutes to talk about your story, share your story with us on our next event. Once again, that will be on the 30th of April, this month, this year. Okay, and that was it. Thank you so much, guys. It's been so amazing. I had an amazing time, Antonia. I almost didn't want this to to go, but because of our time, we're officially saying bye. But like I always say, you don't have to go. We're gonna stay for another 10 minutes and just interact with each other. And with this 10 minutes, I would like to give the floor back to anyone that has any contribution or any question. And the first person I'd like to give is to our dear mommy, our beautiful Auntie Victoria. Over to you.
You're not serious.
Sorry, I kept you waiting.
Please, mommy. Good evening, everybody. I'm so happy and excited to be here. Our very own Antonia. Trust you now. I know you can't let us down. So I just want to say this because I know this is one of the things that has really, I can say, has really held a lot of people bound for so long. Social media is what it is called. It is good. It is okay. It is not a monster. You understand? So many people, some will share their horrible story about social media, while some other people will tell you how much they have learned, how much they have gained from social media, just because you are able to abide by the rules. I personally, I don't get myself engaged in cyber war. I don't get myself engaged. Once I'm on a forum or in a platform and you start going beyond, going to the extreme, I just pull out. I don't try to put, because when you start putting your opinion on, then this one will start coming, no. I just stay clear. Because like Antonia rightly said, some of the people that you are arguing with, that you're spending your time, that you are laboring on, they are not on the same page as you. They are in another environment. They are under another, let me use the word government or culture. So what you understand may not be what they understand. Like let's take, for example, maybe some of us here, you're talking about how maybe social welfare, social services can get involved in some family matters. It doesn't happen in some other places. So when you start advising, they will just be like, what is this one saying? And once you know that that's where they are coming from, stay clear. Then I want to say something else again. Don't live your life to please anybody. Whatever you like, you post there. Whether they respond or they don't. If you go to my page, there's nothing I don't post there because I know that it's meant for somebody somewhere. I'm a person of faith. But my let me say my church, I may not put what my pastor's things there. It may not be for my kind of people. And I may put somebody else's, another person of faith message there because I know it's addressing, if I know that you are somebody that has a passion for the youths, I will put your message there. But my own pastor may not be called for people like that. So I'm very, very liberal. I put it there. So if you accept it, fine. If you don't comment, it's your problem. It's not. So I want us to just walk along that line. Don't live your life for, don't measure your life or your happiness or how you feel by what people, by how they respond. Some will even read it. You may think that they don't read it. They read it. I know sometimes some people will come into my inbox and say, Victoria, thank you so much for posting that. If you know how much this has helped me. But they didn't comment. And I won't feel bad, but it's touching and somebody somewhere is sharing it. So don't worry, just do your bit and leave the rest. Know that somebody somewhere is getting your content and your content is going far. So it has helped me a lot. You can see, with due respect, I'm enjoying my my mental wellness. I'm enjoying my health just because I've read and I've learned that when you cram most of these things too much, they bring sickness and illness. And I don't want that because I hate drugs. I don't like taking medicine. So I try to stay clear. So anything that will give me stress, I stay clear of it. So let's just try. I'm a creative person and I belong to almost 40 sewing groups on Facebook. We teach ourselves things. We teach ourselves, we learn different things. That is what I'm there for. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you,
We
sis.
definitely saved the best, not the best, but one of the best for last. Of course, Antonia, you were the best. But what I'm
my
trying to
Oga.
say is like, you know,
She's my Oga.
sorry we kept you waiting, but I think this was
Sis, you did well. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
this
Yeah.
was definitely needed, you know, to bring everything to an
Yeah,
end. So I feel
yeah.
like, you know,
And she's talking about support groups. Honestly, yeah, there are so many. Some of us are going through a lot of things, chronic illness and all that. There are support groups for those chronic illness. Just type it in, and you'll find out that you think you're alone. You think you're alone in that journey. There are some groups you will join and you find other people going through the same thing. They share ideas, they share what they're doing, how they're coping. You can ask questions and say, do you feel like this? Is this one of the symptoms? And then you see tons of people will say, yeah, I have that too, and then you feel good that okay, so this thing is the one cause, you understand? So support groups is really, really good, both for maybe health reasons, both for what's it called? Maybe business wise, so that you're not alone in that business. There are other people you can grab their ideas. You don't have to pay, and they will just give you the ideas of what they're doing.
True.
They can mentor you for free, Thank you, sis, for mentioning that support groups is. I'm on different support groups. So your old school alma mater. Join it. I'm able to build network from there, and sometimes you think you're not posting. Like I post a lot on WhatsApp. And sometimes a lot of people they see it. I see 100 people see my WhatsApp status and they didn't do anything. But when I now speak to people, they say, Antonia, I always see everything you post on WhatsApp. I'm enjoying it. It makes me feel good. I'm like, really? So we're doing a lot. It's going a long way, but we don't really know. Not everybody would sort of come to you immediately to say, this is what, because again, don't attach people's attention to somebody might have seen your message. I wanted to mention that WhatsApp, when you send a message to somebody on WhatsApp, they might see it, but maybe they were just going into the car. Maybe immediately they saw it, they wanted to respond, then the phone rang, then maybe the person's husband said something happened to mommy back home. And then the person forget that you sent that the message. Then you are angry that she saw your message, she's ghosting you. No, please, let's not. Make sure you message that person about 3 times or call the person. I sent you a message and you didn't reply to me. Because there was one time a customer of mine sent me a message twice. Then she said, why am I avoiding? I'm like, what? I didn't see your message. Then I went to look at it. I did open the message. I can't remember ever opening the message. Those mistakes, they do happen. So let's not try to take things personal. She was not responding to me. Are you sure she saw the message? Yes, she opened it, but she might not have seen it.
Thank you.
So
just to add very, very quickly on what Auntie Victoria said about support group. I know that's obviously something I want to touch on because I feel like, this platform here that we've been doing, like we said, this is our 4th section. We have 8 more to go. I feel like for so many people, this has been a support group in, many ways than one, as we all come here every other Friday to have this section is like an escape for so many people. So I feel like this is a great support group as well. And I just want to put that out there that we have our own support group over here. And thanks to Ebony Ambassador, obviously, for creating that. And as much as Dave always said, the most important thing is just whatever it is that you feel you can continue to do to help your mental health. I feel like that's the most important. And I'm so glad that, our next topic on the 30th of April is actually going to be touching on, the actual fact of what the effect of mental health is, depression, anxiety, or anything at all. So once again, if you have a story that you want to share that you feel like people can learn from, we're opening the platform and we're leaving it to 3 people to be able to join us on our next workshop, which is going to be on the 30th of April. If you want to be part of that, maybe we're going to have you as one of our speakers. If you want to be part of that, please reach out to Irene and then she will have you on the platform. And once again, thank you very much. It's been an amazing, amazing evening. I have been your host. I hope you guys have had an amazing time. As always, I never want to leave, but because of our time, we do have to go. So thank you once again to our amazing facilitator, Antonia. I feel like you dropped so much nugget. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you to our boss lady, Irene, for putting this together as always. Thank you. Thank you to everybody on this platform. Thank you for joining us. We really, really do appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys have actually, learned something, not just learned something, but you're going to take some of the things that you've learned today and you're going to go and implement it. I feel like I'm going to go and implement, the things that I personally asked you because I've had a fear of that. I feel like moving forward, I have a clearer way of how I can deal with it. And I'm just going to focus on my content and rather than what, the people around me say. So let's try and implement what we've learned today because that's the whole purpose of it. There's no point learning and you're not using it, So let's try and implement it and hopefully it will make us, better in dealing with social media. And thank you also for the nugget you drop, Auntie Victoria. That was super helpful as well. And it's been amazing. Like I said, if you want to interact, feel free to interact. But officially, this is the end of our event. It's once again our mental resilience workshop, and today has been tagged social media and emotional balance. Thank you once again for attending. I hope you guys had an amazing time. It's been lovely, spending time with you guys, and have a good evening. And we will see you on the 30th of April. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye. And thank you to all my friends that are here. I can see, and my dad is here as well.
Ooh,
thank you for coming.